Metal Gear Solid creator Hideo Kojima has announced that he will be going back into the grind and developing Metal Gear Solid 5. I will be discussing this announcement in my inaugural episode of Let's Talk About. What's up, guys? Mafia here, and you are watching my first episode of my new series that I started, Let's Talk About. Now, this series is about, just talking about different subjects. It could be about recent announcements, or it could be about rumors, or it could be about a certain game that came out that's like really controversial or just plain old good. I decided to do this because I like talking about stuff that other people like. I like talking about video games, and I like discussion. I love discussion. I love debates. I love anything that has to do with talking with other people, communicating. So yeah, I had this idea. I know a lot of people have done it already, but I decided to start my own. Hopefully this name isn't taken. If it is, oh well. So yeah, my first episode will be talking about Metal Gear Solid 5. Yes, Hideo Kojima has announced Metal Gear Solid 5, that he will be working on it, despite what he said in the past, that he wanted to move away from the franchise, that he wanted to, make new games, make new IPs and stuff like that. You can't blame him. I mean, he's made already, about like 6 games already? And 6 Metal Gear Solid games. I mean, that's already a burnout right there, for a developer such as him. I mean, he really puts us all in each game, and he really makes it the best it could be. And I don't blame him for that, but sometimes you just get tired of it. But it seems as if he decided he was not going to move away just yet, and he will actually be teasing us with a new Metal Gear. I mean, I know Rising is coming out next year, so being that it will be coming out next year, we probably won't be able to see Metal Gear Solid 5 until probably 2013, 14. It's most likely gonna be on the new consoles. Let's just say that the next generation of consoles. So, I mean, it gives us hope. Not hope, but it gives us, something to look forward to, after Rising. But it also keeps us, like, at bay, because he hasn't really given out any information other than the fact that he is making it. This news actually comes out of the PlayStation official magazine on the UK. I don't know, not sure if it was leaked or they just wanted to talk about it. That he discussed the new Rising, and actually he appointed a new producer to Rising. I read that a little while ago. Not sure, because I don't know how to pronounce her name, so I'm not even gonna attempt to. But yeah, there's a new producer. So he talked about that, and he gave it out that he is making Metal Gear Solid 5, and he is beginning the preparations, like story design and things like that, the initial stuff to get started. He also mentioned that he is working on another game, and it's called Project Ogre. Not sure what that means. I haven't played any of other games other than Metal Gear Solid from him, so if you're a diehard Hideo Kojima fan and you realize what that could mean, just post it in the comments. So I just wanted to talk about what this can mean for the franchise, and how could anybody even think that another Metal Gear could actually come out and be good. As far as everybody else is concerned, I think that Snake's story ended. Well, I should say as far as I'm concerned, but Snake's story ended in Metal Gear Solid 4. I mean, I haven't played it, but I've watched the Let's Play on it, so I know the story, and it's really, really good. And I mean, they could probably find a way to continue it after that, like well, my first theory was that, alright, this is gonna be a little bit spoiler, so if you don't wanna spoil, you don't want me to spoil it for you, then just I don't know, skip to another part of the video. That what I thought at first when I first read this news, that possibly the story arc could be that Snake and Otacon found a cure for Fox die, because at the end of Metal Gear Solid 4, he doesn't necessarily die yet. They show him in his last, few months, I guess you could say, before he supposedly dies. But they don't show him dying, so I think that they might have done that on purpose to leave it open, so that way, in case they did want to continue it, they could. That was my first thought. I seriously doubt that they would do that, because Hideo Kojima says that he really wanted to end Snake's story then. Because, I mean, he's old already. I mean, nobody wants to play as an old guy. At least I don't. It just feels weird. Anyway, another theory that I thought of, it could be that a new character could take the role of Snake. I don't know who the new character would be. Probably it could be somebody on the lines of Raiden. Not Raiden, but like somebody who went through the same situation as Raiden. Hopefully he's not like a freaking moron who doesn't know what to do. And maybe they could introduce somebody else to take over Snake. Maybe like a Snake's apprentice. Maybe Snake had an apprentice, and it could be kind of that thing like they did in Metal Gear Solid 3 with Boss and Naked Snake. I think that's a possibility. Another possibility of the story could be that it is a sequel to Peace Walker. Now I know there's really nothing like. Basically, at the end of, I haven't beaten Peace Walker yet, so I'm not entirely sure. But basically, at the end of Peace Walker, they just show the Les Enfants Terribles. They show how that started, and they show how Outer Heaven started. That they could go on from there and show like how they trained Solid Snake and how he became who he was. Like they could go on how him and Gray Fox were in Zanzibar, and they could do that story and tell that story. Another thing they can do is they could actually remake Metal Gear, the original Metal Gear. There's been a lot of rumors about that, about him doing that since I think it's next year. It's Metal Gear's 20th anniversary. Not entirely sure on that, but I remember hearing something about that. So it could be that he's announcing this ahead of time, so that way he could get fans hyped up, I guess. I don't think they would do that just yet, but it's a possibility, like I said. Another possibility is it could be taking place between Metal Gear Solid 1 and Metal Gear Solid 2, what Snake and Otacon went through before the events of the tanker incident in Metal Gear Solid 2. I mean, I know they talked about it, and I know they said that Snake and Otacon, like, they took on like hundreds of Metal Gears around the world, I guess, just taking them out one by one. And I know it could be kind of tedious, but if they can make that into like a good, compelling story, then maybe that's what it is. Another idea could be that after Metal Gear Solid 4 you take control of Raiden again. I don't think that will happen, because I mean, you're already taking control of Raiden in Rising, so I don't think they would do another sequel with Raiden again. But you never know. You never know with Hideo Kojima. Yeah, it's just this is actually pretty shocking. I mean, it's just I didn't think that he would want to do this. I really thought that he thoroughly quit Metal Gear Solid and gave he passed the metaphorical torch to his younger staff so they can take it on while he focuses on other stuff. Well, I mean, I'm as a fan of Metal Gear Solid, I'm happy, but as a fan of Hideo Kojima, I would have loved to see something else, something new, something different that he could have done. I mean, knowing that from his work from Metal Gear Solid and all the other titles he's made, I mean, it would be nice to see another game from him. Now, this is where like it gets really heated debate on the consoles that it will be on Metal Gear Solid 5. It's pretty obvious that, I mean, especially in recent events with the Metal Gear Solid HD collection and Rising, that Metal Gear Solid 5 will in fact come to the Xbox platform as well as the PlayStation platform. Like I said earlier, that I highly doubt that it will come out this generation, but I really think that it will come out next generation when it's new hardware and it's good and each one doesn't have any setbacks, you know, because I know that they said that Metal Gear Solid 4 wasn't able to be on the 360 even if he wanted to, and I think he did want to, but he just said he couldn't. He just couldn't because it was made specifically for the PS3, and you know, so he decided not to do it. But with the new generation, there won't be any setbacks because it's all new. It's all just new, and there's nothing really holding him back. And especially now, it's different than when Metal Gear Solid 4 released, because now there's actually a demand for you know, his games to come on the 360. Well, not on the 360, but to Xbox. So yeah, I think it's gonna come on both platforms and possibly the PC, being that Rising is also on PC. And of course, it's most likely gonna come on the PlayStation Vita, because you know, why wouldn't it? Although I don't know if it will come out on the 3DS. I don't think it would. I really don't see why it should. I mean, I know Metal Gear Solid 3 is coming out for the 3DS, but other than that, I don't think that I don't think it needs to come on a 3DS. I mean, Nintendo has its games and it has its fan base. I don't think it needs it. So yeah, that's just a general news that I got out of this, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about it and just see what you think. See what you think. And this is going to be the question that I want you to answer in the comments if you want to. Do you think that this series is reaching its end? And by end, I mean that it's already being oversaturated, like along the lines of like Final Fantasy or you know, all those games like that have constant sequels that they don't really need to, but they just do anyway. I mean, I know it's very like far in between each sequel of Metal Gear Solid, but sometimes you just reach that point where it's like, where can you go from here? So yeah, that's my question to you guys. So you can answer that. Anyway, that's been my video, and this has been Latin Mafia, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.